I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So there are a lot of problems with it. But the notion that we are in a violent country, this country was built on violence. We're a very violent country.
All right, y'all, let's get into this tea because Sunny Hostin is caught up in some serious heat right now. Apparently, she's being linked to her husband's RICO case. And not just that, word on the street is she might have even snitched on him. Like, what is going on? Now, the internet is doing what it does best, dragging her left, right, and center. But hold up, it's not as simple as it sounds. There's way more to this mess than meets the eye, and we're here to break it all down for you. From the legal drama to why Sunny's facing such major backlash, we've got every detail you need to know. So buckle up because by the end of this, you'll understand exactly why Sunny is getting canceled. Let's dive in. So things are looking real messy over at The View because Sunny's husband, Manny's name just popped up in a major RICO case. Yes, RICO, as in racketeering. Manny, who's an orthopedic surgeon, and his practice, Hostin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, were listed as defendants in a lawsuit filed in New York. And it's not just him, there are over 200 defendants involved. The lawsuit claims Manny and others were pulling in kickbacks for surgeries and billing insurance companies fraudulently. And get this, the insurance companies they're allegedly targeting, the ones that cover Uber, Lyft, and taxi drivers, it doesn't stop there. The lawsuit accuses Manny of having an investment in the Empire State Ambulatory Surgery Center and allegedly receiving patient referrals as part of the deal. Basically, they're saying he had a nice little setup to keep the cash rolling in. Now, Manny's attorney isn't having it. He's calling the whole thing meritless and claiming it's just a desperate move by a struggling insurance company. Meanwhile, over at ABC News, this situation is the hot topic. Sources say it's being talked about internally, but no one really knows what to make of it just yet. Now, here's where things get extra spicy. A former ABC insider is throwing some serious shade Sunny Hostin's way. They're saying it's mad hypocritical that Sunny, who's always quick to roast Republicans for their scandals on The View, is now staying silent about her own husband's legal mess. This source is not holding back, calling the situation a big thing over at ABC. They're saying it's like death by 1,000 cuts for the network's credibility, and that it's one more reason why people might stop taking The View seriously. And honestly, they might have a point. How you gonna be the first to call someone out, but keep quiet when the drama hits close to home? Let's not forget, Sunny isn't just another co-host on The View. She's also ABC's senior legal correspondent. She's out here breaking down legal stories on air, especially the ones involving Donald Trump. Yeah, Sunny's been getting a lot of heat for how she's been coming at Trump. She didn't hold back, calling him a felon multiple times on The View and always throwing in her 2 cents about him and Melania.
I hate to break with tradition because this is a tradition, and it's a tradition to have both presidential candidates come to this particular dinner. But sometimes there's a time to break tradition. You can't have a felon, a liar, a serial cheater. He had Melania next to him, his third wife, who he cheated with Stormy Daniels on while she was pregnant. I think he stands against everything and flies in the face of everything that a Catholic believes and holds dear. He is not a faithful man. Trump has denied ever having an affair with Stormy Daniels.
Oh, that again?
That definitely didn't sit well with some folks, especially now with everything going on with her husband. Oh, and to make things even messier, there's been some buzz about Melania possibly suing Sunny over all those statements. The rumors are swirling with people saying Melania might take legal action for the way Sunny's been talking about her and Trump. Yeah, people were definitely coming for Sunny's statements. One person went off saying, she said Melania wants to murder her husband. Yeah, Melania should sue for slander. That's a whole mess. Another user was like, at ABC, shame, 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 absolutely despicable at Sunny. This is the kind of rhetoric that puts other lives at risk. What a horrible example. And the fact that you have a platform is beyond me. Now let's talk about Disney-owned ABC. They're probably still recovering from that huge $16 million settlement they had to pay Trump after he sued them and this week host George Stephanopoulos for defamation. That's a tough L for the network to take, and now Sunny Hostin's drama isn't helping their case either. And remember when Sunny went viral back in March 2023 for making some pretty pretty strong comments about insurance fraud? Well, those are coming back into the spotlight now. She was talking about the charges against former Trump Organization CFO Alan Weisselberg, who was already doing time for tax fraud. Sunny said, prosecutors are like, oh really? Well, how about we add some additional fraud charges onto you? And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud, which I would say you could get 20 years in prison. So that's a death sentence for him.
In the criminal case now, the prosecutors are like, oh really? Well, how about we add some additional fraud charges onto you? And they're talking about threatening him with insurance fraud, which I would say you could get about 20 years in prison. So that's a death sentence for him.
Funny how those words hit a little different now that her own husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, is tangled up in a huge insurance fraud case. You can't help but wonder if the universe has a sense of humor, right? Now, legal experts are saying that this $459 million lawsuit against Dr. Hostin and his co-defendants could drag on for years. The lawsuit is filed under RICO, and it's not exactly something you can just brush off. The whole point of using RICO is to hit defendants hard with long, complicated court battles that could cost them big time. Also, he's been named in it for some serious allegations. Apparently, his practice, Hostin Orthopedics, is accused of doing arthroscopic procedures without even waiting to see if the accident victims could recover with more conservative treatments. In other words, they're claiming Dr. Hostin went straight for surgery without trying less invasive options first. Definitely not looking too good for him in the eyes of this lawsuit. According to the lawsuit, Hostin and others allegedly exploited New York's no-fault laws to rake in hundreds of millions in fraudulent payments from 2009 to December 2024. That's some serious stuff. Oh, and just to make things worse, Sunny Hostin isn't just sitting back and letting her and her family's name get dragged through the mud. She's fighting back in full force. Reportedly, she's planning to file a $5 million counter lawsuit for defamation. That's right, $5 million. Sounds like she's ready to hit back hard. Sunny's been defending her husband like a lioness, claiming that the insurance company American Transit has a history of filing frivolous claims. She's also accused them of launching a disgusting media smear campaign against her family because they don't have a solid case against her husband. And she's not just talking about the lawsuit, she's throwing shade at how they've used her celebrity status to fuel the drama. In a statement to Page 6, she went off saying, in an attempt to poison the well of public opinion because it does not have a valid case against my husband, American Transit instead used my celebrity status to start a disgusting media smear campaign against my husband, which included me and our children. They plastered pictures of our family all over tabloid publications. She wasn't holding back, huh? Sunny claims American Transit is harassing her family and trying to avoid paying its bills. And in her words, our family will not be intimidated and harassed. We remain unbowed. She made it clear they're not backing down. Now, on top of the counter lawsuit, Sunny's lawyer is none other than the high-profile Mark Aragos. She's definitely not playing around. She's already put American Transit on notice and is demanding they withdraw the false claims, pay what's owed, and issue a public apology. Sunny also took a shot at how American Transit is making an already broken healthcare system worse, calling them out for their despicable tactics and harassment of doctors. And just to let American Transit know she's serious, she dropped a little phrase that definitely packs a punch. Where I come from, American Transit will receive a PhD from FAFO University. Looks like this legal battle's just getting started, and Sunny's coming out swinging. And yeah, people are not holding back on their opinions about all this. One person said, 98% conviction rate on RICO charges. He is cooked. Ouch. Another one dropped, how long before she's blaming Trump's DOJ for her husband's persecution? The internet's really not letting Sunny or her husband off the hook anytime soon. With these heavy allegations, it looks like this case could drag on for years, keeping Hostin and his co-defendants tied up in court. And if things go sideways, they might face some serious financial consequences too. But don't worry, we'll be keeping you updated on all the drama as it unfolds. Stay tuned. Let us know in the comments. Check out my previous videos to stay updated on the latest and hottest teas. See y'all later.